1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
Alright, everyone out there in Mandolin Land, Mike Hedding here, coming to you with the classic old bluegrass song, All the Good Times Are Past and Gone, in the key of G. A classic old happy bluegrass song, but this song has a great melody, and what we're going to do is work on playing this a little bit further up the neck and using some classic bluegrass double stops and some bluegrass positions up the neck that are super important if you want to play bluegrass mandolin. So I've got two solos worked up for the song. The first one's going to start in a lower register. The second one's going to be up another octave. And these are going to help you practice transitioning all over the neck, working on your fretboard knowledge. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff we're going to work on with this lesson. And I also did a backup lesson. So the chords are pretty easy for this song, but you know, we're going to work on kind of some basic strumming in 3/4, how to do 3/4 bluegrass chop. We'll break that down as well. And if you're watching the preview of this lesson, you can head over to my website, MikeHeddingMusic.com, and grab the full lesson. You'll get access to watch all the videos, and you can download the tabs and the practice tracks. All right, here's All the Good Times Are Past and Gone in the key of G. All right, let's start breaking down this intermediate level lesson to All the Good Times Are Past and Gone, a classic old bluegrass style melody. And for this lesson, we're going to play up a little higher rather than playing the notes down here. You know, we're going to play it up, kind of up a little bit higher, and that's going to allow us to get some double stops, which is playing two notes at once. So we're going to use this kind of common bluegrass position up here on the 7th fret on the low string and the 5th fret. So let's jump into the lesson. Okay, so let me play the first 9 measures, which will be like half of solo 1, and then I'll start breaking it down. Here we go. Do that again. And one time really slow. Alright, so we're in 3/4 times. So we just have 3 quarter notes per measure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the other thing we're going to do with this lesson, and this is going to be kind of breaking traditional mandolin rules where we use a lot of up and down picking. But for this style, we're going to only do down and up picking on the tremolo parts, and on kind of all the connecting notes, we're going to use just downstrokes. That's what Bill Monroe, the father of bluegrass, did that a lot, and I really like that style. I think it kind of helps the intermediate notes pop out, and then you have the tremolo pop out as well when you go back to that up and down picking, so it works really well. Okay, so we're going to start up here, again on the 7th fret. So we're going to start on the and of beat 2, and you basically want to start in this position where you have your 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the low string and your 1st finger on the 5th fret of the D string. And again, I'm going to use all downstrokes, and I'm going to play the 7th fret on the low string, and then the 9th fret with my 3rd finger, and then the 5th fret on the D string. And we have and 3 and is how you count it. So it'd be 1, 2, and 3 and 1, 2. We're just finding these 2 notes down here, so we don't have to do a shift. That's all we're doing there. So 1, 2. The other thing too you can do is if you accidentally hit both strings, you know, it's not a big deal. That's what's nice about having this finger down, is you're kind of ready. So you have 1, 2, and then you're going to slide your 3rd finger from basically from 7 or 8 up to 9, and then you're going to kind of move your 1st finger to the 5th fret of the A string, even though that's not in the tab, but that's basically the position we're going to use. It's basically the same position we are in down here. We're just using those same shapes. So we have, so you slide up, and you're going to tremolo 1, 2, and then hit the 7th fret on beat 3. And then down to the 5th fret. So you have, and then we're going to hit the 7th fret on the G string, excuse me. And we're counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that same timing. So long, short, long, short. So I'll do it a couple more times. And again, why I put this finger up here on the 5th fret of the A string, because then if I do hit both strings, that's all I'm doing there. And then measure 4. Keep this position down and do a 7-9 hammer on the low string. That'll make it a C. And then 5th fret, 9th fret, and then 7th fret. So you basically hammer on and kind of go up the notes and then back down. And pretty much all melody to start. We're staying really close to the melody for both these solos. The key there is don't do the hammer on too fast. So it's 1 and 2, 3. And then I'm tremoloing on the 7th fret. And then I do my pickup again. So you have 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and. So let's play that little part. So we have. So another thing you can do is you can experiment with your right hand where you're playing on the neck. I might play some of those, again, the connecting notes back here. And then sweeten it up a little bit. You know, this is kind of your voice, so getting the different tones. So you can just experiment with that. One more time, a little faster. And then slide again, that 7-9 slide. And then we're going to quick do a hammer on and then back off on the D string. 7, 9, back to 7. So you hammer on and then go right back. And that's like a triplet. So you have 1, 2, triplet. 1, 2. And then down to the 5th fret. Slide down your first finger down to the 4th fret. And then put your second finger on the 5th fret. And then slide from 5 to 7. And then add your first finger on the 5th fret of the A string. That's like a D double stop. So I'm just sliding into that. So you have. And I'm counting that 1, 2, 3. And then on beat 3 of measure 9, I'm going to go back to the 5th fret. And that'll basically, it's just like a pickup basically. We're just not going to do that longer pickup. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that's all we're doing there. So let's play those first 9 measures. Here we go. The other thing too I'll mention is you don't have to do the tremolo. You could also just go. You know, tremolo is kind of optional. I think it sounds nice personally, but remember you can always add it or take it out if you don't want to.